Uh, Hello, fucking niggas. Welcome to my broadcast video. Going to continue the story of the Summoner, level 16, a book with bite. Let's do this. Kimiko, I've heard the most fascinating news. Twould seem the ruins of ancient Allegan have yielded to us a tome containing unknown secrets to the Summoner's art. The tome in question is currently being kept under Grimbio's watchful gaze at our dig site in Mordana. I'll be heading there shortly myself, but I would not begrudge you to earlier peak. To Mordana it is. Alright. This one. My choke. What am I riding on the path when I can take shortcuts? Well, we never know. Hey, you. Ah, I thought you might be along. Here, Kimiko. A prize such as this should be in your keeping. We uncovered it not terribly far from where we excavated the evoking attire. I judged the tome to be some manner of manual for summoning magics, but alas, was unable to decipher the writings. 'Tis unfortunate, then, that such a task falls directly within Yustel's yield of expertise. Speaking of which, would you mind taking the book to her yourself? She sent word that you had been held up by some dares say business in Revson's Toll. Pray do be careful. Business in Revson's Toll. Oh! What? Did I accidentally just summon you? No! I didn't mean to. Onward. Where's CB? My apologies. A trifle but unavoidable matter prevented me from making directly for the dig site. Now, shall we take a closer look at the Akalan totem? Totem. Oh my. It's rather more shabby than what we come to expect from the great works of elegance, but let's not be discouraged. This contents is what truly matters. A fine observation. Principia At your service. I am a humble familiar, humbly familiar with the doctrine of summoning. Have we awoken a sentient totem from some ancient library? Kimiko, we must keep it contained. Have I somehow given offense, strange? For I am not equipped with offensive capabilities. Impairing the art of summoning is my function, and instructional manual is my form. A manual, you say? Correct. When opened in the presence of a summoner, I am bound to awaken and share with them the secrets of summoning. The young mistress there is in possession of an active soul stone, a soul crystal, yes? 'Twas the soul crystal that awoke you. Correct. Only one who carries a soul crystal and has been breathed in the ether of the Akon may wield the power of a summoner. I sensed one worthy of instructions and was thus compelled to introduce myself. Econ? This is the elegant word for primal. Excuse my need to clarify the obvious, but you are the construct created to teach summoning magics to any potential student who you encounter. Why would the ancients have deemed such a thing necessary? Summoning came into being for the purpose of eliminating beings, specifically those beings known as Incons, primals. Once these entities have all been vanquished, however, each new EG cannot be harnessed. Old summoners perish, and so too does their art. It was upon glimpsing this bleak future that a certain master summoner set about crafting yours truly, inscribed with arts of tremendous power. I exist to teach others how to safeguard their existence. Fascinating. Your creation speaks to the heart of the disciple's rarity. Summoning harnesses the power of primals for the sole purpose of destroying them. The new summoners arise only in the age where primals are a rift. With the absence of living mentors, a true succession of the art is never achieved. Principia, are you then to instruct Kimiko in the lost secrets of Elegant? I am eager to oblige, but there are certain obligations. The seal upon my higher knowledge can be unlocked. The student must first overcome the three challenges I am enscrolled to present. Well, consider how it refers to primals as econs. I'm inclined to believe that we have an authentic, elegant relic on our hands. What say you, Kimiko? Will you undertake these challenges? Hell yeah! The first challenge is a test of power. The trial is designed to elevate the raw magnitude of your arcane talents by putting you against a predetermined opponent of carefully measured fortitude, also known as a manifest, a monster, and you fight it. Or I manifest a monster and you fight it. And mayhaps not terribly wise to attempt that in the middle of town. Why don't we find ourselves a less populated area out near the singing shards? gonna jump to my death. Most likely. Above? Below? Below? Above? Okay, above. Nope, right there. Prince of Pia, what are you gonna summon? So begin the test of power, mistress? Mistress, you treat your pupil as a superior. Prince of Pia? Such was the way in which I was written. Ah, and if my full name begins to tire your tongue, you are welcome to call me Prin or Pia. Oh, I rather like Prin. Ahem. I mean, let us proceed with the challenge. Yay. A crashing victory, Kimiko. Who could argue the potential of modern summoning after that display? You have bested the first challenge, mistress. There are few summoners in Allegan long history who boasted this degree of native might. Furthermore, that you have achieved such potency through not but the study of ancient wisdom is simply astonishing. With a little polish to your technique guiding you, aloft heights of power should be astonishingly simple. I thought Kimiko's technique more than sufficiently polished, but you say there is room for improvement? I see we shall have to adjust our yalmstick for perfection if we are to revel the practitioners of the past. Indeed, it is. If you would know more of past practice, then you need only ask. Actually, I do have a question for you. If you would indulge me, Kimiko. Prin, in which age were you created? You appear to lack the technical advancements that were prominent in constructs in the latter days of elegant civilization. Another excellent observation. I am penned by Master Siri, a primant summoner of his time. He was, in fact, likely the last master summoner of the Allegan Empire's reign. Were I to date myself by your culture's notion of history, my creation would have taken place at the point just before the empire's collapse. In other words, solidly within the richest era of ether chemical discovery. One might reasonably wonder why this wonderful science was excluded from my inventions, and I assure you there is a reason. In the beginning, the Allegans rose to superiority through their mastery of magecraft. It is told that the very first wielders of summoning magic had made do with glimmers fashioned of leather and ink and parchment. There came a tipping point, however, when the mundane science began to progress with ever-growing rapidity. I can't say words. These advances were married with the arcane and ethereal current technologies was born. Even as the harnessing of lightning energies gave arise a new recording mediums, techniques were developed that allowed complex arcane geometrics to be instantly plotted. Traditional glamours were replaced by devastatingly efficient and elegant weapons. the convenience of these tools, however, did not lend themselves well to the instruction of initiates. Beyond such consideration, the new mediums could not be pre-used without dedication machinery, and their manufactures was no simple matter. And so the summoners who breathed life into you decided the totems and the like were not the ideal method for his accumulated wisdom. Correct. We chose for we primitive form of a book and inscribed within my page a bounty of potent incantations that required no machine to be cast. Thank you, Prin. I thought only to satisfy my academic curiosity, but I find myself swept up in your descriptions of the past. You truly are the creation of an incredible age. And thank you for your patience, Kimiko. Shall we return to Gardania? Back to Gardania it is. I think the Mancer Guild. Yeah, that'd be the closest place to be. Well done, Kimiko. We are one step closer to revealing a new secret of ancient elegance. Prin will ensue the next challenge after you've had the chance to review your studies and hone your abilities to a new level of perfection. I've decided to keep the familiar here at the side of the moment, even with as many wanderers as Eorzea holds. Folks tend to panic at the sight of a fanged tome that jumped around of its own accord. Oh, and pay no mind to Captain Wolf. He obviously wishes to secure my services for some task or another, but we have more important matters to attend to. And that concludes A Book with a Bite. Next will be at 6-3. Yeah. Okay, thank you for watching my broadcast such video. Y'all be cool, stay funky, and peace. Catch you guys later.